Okay, folks, this is the Sig Sauer 1911 Emperor Scorpion pistol. This is the carry frame model. It's got a 4.2-inch carbon steel barrel. This was actually a pistol that I looked for it for some time until I finally found it, and I've had it for quite a few years now. But I'm going to break this pistol down and get it ready for cleaning. And I figured I'd give you a quick breakdown of this 1911. You 1911 owners out there that don't know how to break one of these down, I'd hate to see what your pistols look like. Anyway, this is a loaded pistol, so I do need to clear it. First, I will drop the magazine from its well, and then I'm going to take the safety off and slide it back and lock it. Barrel or the round just fall right out of it. So the pistol is now completely unloaded, and I'll begin the breakdown. First thing I want to do is bring the slide all the way back forward. Now the hammer's going to be back, and we want to leave it there. I want to keep that hammer back so that we can slide this back a little bit when we go to take this pin out. So don't bring your hammer forward, or it will cause you some problems. First thing we want to do is basically turn it upside down. I want to remove the recoil spring plug and the barrel bushing. So remove these things. These things first I want to do is push in the plug. Just push it down like this, and hold it. When you push it in and hold it down, you can slide this lug over this way, about a quarter of a turn to clockwise, and then just ease this out of there. Once you ease that out, you have the tension off of it. There's no more risk of anything going boing boing on you. That's the last thing you want to hear when you're disassembling your gun. Anyway, the next thing I want to do is just we want to remove the slide lock. If you look on the back side of it, where the pin for the slide lock goes through, it's like a button. Just put your finger on that button and press on it, put some pressure on it, and then slide the slide back to this first notch here, and that will just basically just rise up off of the frame. Just pull it right out. Set that aside, and now we can just separate the slide from the frame just like that. Once we do that, we want to remove the recoil spring and the recoil spring guide, which are together. So just keep those together, pull them out like this, and then we want to remove the barrel and the barrel bushing. Just turn the barrel bushing counterclockwise to it reaches that angle, and it will just slide right out. And then the barrel, just grab the barrel by the barrel link here, just pick it up by that and just push it forward. What you want to do is just lift it up off of these grooves. See these grooves inside here, and they match up with the grooves on the barrel here, and just lift it up and pulls out, and that's completely disassembled. What I want to do now is I'm going to just wipe all these parts down. I'm not doing a complete breakdown of this. I'm not going to break down the main spring and the sear and the trigger and the hammer and all that, because the gun hasn't been fired since I've last done that. All this is still very clean. It's lubricated. There's no point to go that far. I'm just doing a basic breakdown. Just wipe everything down. Just make sure nothing's got any kind of salt or sweat or anything on it from carrying it, because this is my daily carry gun. But anyway, I'm going to wipe all this down, and then I'll get back with you and show you how to put it back together. Okay, everything's been wiped down. Now all I need to do is reassemble the pistol. Basically, I'm going to do everything that I did to disassemble it in reverse. Starting with the slide, I'm going to take the slide. The first thing I want to do is insert the barrel. Just do it with the barrel link up. There's only one way it can go in, really. Just slide it back, and you'll hear it and feel it click in. It won't come out. It'll click into those little grooves that we looked at just a moment ago. Just pull the barrel link up, and you need your, we'll put the barrel bushing back in. It's the same way we took it out. It's the same way we put it in. Just put it in there and then turn it until it stops. It'll look like that. Then we'll take our main spring, or our recoil spring, and the recoil spring guide. Now the guide is rounded off on the bottom, and that's the part that slides up against on top of the barrel. So we'll just turn that, make sure it slides. It's sitting properly on the barrel, slides back and forth. And then I like to lift up the barrel link, just to kind of have it kind of in position. But then put some pressure on this and hold it together, just like that, or turn it this way, however you feel comfortable doing it, and hold it together. Make sure your barrel link is sitting down, and then line up your frame with your slide. Once you have that train in the tunnel, the way I like to put it, once the train is in the tunnel, it can't go anywhere, it can't come out, it can't miss a line, so you're in the clear. Just bring it back. I like to put it all the way back, push the spring in a little bit, put some pressure on it, and then just pop everything, bring everything forward, just like that. Everything kind of goes into place. And then when you have this, as far as it'll go, it's all tight. It's basically the way it would sit if it's reassembled. It just makes your slide locking a lot easier to get back in, which will be the next piece actually. The slide locking and the pin in the hole, it'll go right in the hole if all of this is lined up properly. Now it won't go all the way into the hole until we get the first notch lined up. So we'll line up the first notch with that and just press it right in. Okay, and then pull it forward. This should be flat and flush against the frame like it is here. And the button on the reverse side should be sticking well out. It shouldn't just be barely out, you feel it. A nice button there. That's all assembled properly. All we need to do now is put in the recoil spring plug. Just press it down into the gun, and then slide your barrel, there we go, the barrel bushing over it, and it all lines right back into place. Now to function test it, it's already cocked and ready to fire. We know it's not loaded. We just reassembled it, so we want to fire it. But when we fire it, we want to hold the trigger down. So fire and hold the trigger, slide back, release it, let go of the trigger, and then fire it again. That lets you know that the gun is functioning properly and it's ready to be reloaded and ready to go back into its holster. Do that. I'm going to lock the slide back. I'm going to take my chambered round, going in the chamber. I'm going to let my slide come forward freely. Safety on. And I'm going to reinsert my magazine, and the 1911 is ready to go back into its holster. This is my Sig Sauer Emperor Scorpion breakdown.